The government office that runs it all is right up there.
The long-term resident visa was launched as Thailand's effort to increase the number of retirees and workers who choose Thailand as a place to live. Other than the obvious benefit of having a 10-year visa, LTR holders will also enjoy fast-track service at airports, 90-day reporting, extended to just once-a-year reporting, multiple re-entry permission, the ability to work in Thailand, and several tax benefits. Unlike previous attempts at this, they're looking to attract an extremely large number of people with a goal of 1 million LTR visa holders in the next 5 years. This program is specifically targeting wealthy people, so to qualify, you must fall into one of the following 4 categories. First, the wealthy global citizen. To qualify for this, you need at least $1 million in assets, personal income of at least $80,000 per year in the past 2 years, an investment of at least $500,000 in Thai government bonds or Thai real estate. Next is wealthy pensioners. This one is for people over 50 who have a personal income of at least $80,000 per year at the time of application. But if you have a pension of less than $80,000 but more than $40,000, then as long as you invest $250,000 in Thai bonds or real estate, you'd still qualify. The third category is work from Thailand professionals. This category is for remote workers, and you must have an annual income over $80,000 in the past 2 years. And the company you work for must be big, meaning it's either publicly traded on a stock exchange or has revenue of at least $150 million in the last 3 years. The last category is highly skilled professionals. This carries the same $80,000 per year for your personal income requirement, but instead of large companies, you could qualify by working in targeted industries such as research centers or higher educational institutes. Went straight to the person at the Thailand Board of Investment who oversees the entire program.
My name is Kantarot Laupradit. I'm a Senior Investment Promotion Officer at One Stop Service for Visa and Work Permit here, which is a center under the Board of Investment. We have this new program called Long-Term Resident or LTR Visa, which certainly kept me and my team very busy.
Yeah.
Such a quick win for both Thailand and our foreign friends. So that is the basic idea behind this Long-Term Resident or LTR Visa program. We have received more than 1,000 applications now. It's a game changer. We have received more than 40% of applications from retirees. I think the only visa types here in Thailand that you can apply almost 100% online. So you can apply from anywhere. You don't have to be in Thailand or you don't have to be overseas to apply and collect the visa.
It's just an online portal.
Yes. If you want to kickstart the process, you have to first go to ltr.boi.go.th to create an LTR account and also fill in applications and lodge all supporting documents. And then once your application and all the supporting documents are considered valid and complete, your application will be registered. And from that, the clock will start. Within 20 business days, you will be notified of the result.
And are you finding a lot of people applying mostly from overseas, or is it people like myself who already live in Thailand and want to consider switching to this visa?
I think it's half and half, but if I have to say which is more, I think people like you.
Okay, great. First up, we have Stan. Stan has a wife and 2 kids, age 9 and 12. He has a great job at Twitter, making $120,000 a year, and Twitter told him that he is allowed to work remotely from anywhere in the world. He wants to apply for this visa and move him and his family to Thailand. First question, does Stan qualify?
He ticked all the boxes. He has to show us the employment contract and the letter signed by an authorized person at Twitter saying that he's still under employment with Twitter at the moment. He doesn't need to pay anything to the Thai authority at all when it comes to income tax, because all the foreign source income made by these work from Thailand professionals will be exempt. This visa we offer for the family also a 10-year one where they can get almost the same benefits as Stan.
So that's Stan. He's looking good. Next up, meet Jane. So Jane and her husband, they've been working hard their whole lives. They want to retire early. They're 55 years old. They live in America. They did the math, and the only way they can retire early is by leaving the expensive city in New York that they call home and move abroad. They absolutely love Thailand because they're smart, and they're really excited to move here. They have some investments in a retirement savings account. They also have a small rental apartment in New York they plan to keep. And Jane's lucky enough to also have a small pension of $25,000 a year.
Sure.
Which category would Jane apply for?
For Jane, I would like to know more about her. You said that she has a rental income, right?
Yep.
So may I ask, how much is it going to be?
Her income?
Yeah.
So her rental income is $20,000 a year.
So
on
it's
her rental.
$45,000 in total.
But they also have retirement savings account. So they have stocks that they have in America. They have what's called an IRA. I'm from Canada, RRSP. A lot of countries have a retirement fund that you invest a stock portfolio. So they have a rental place that they make $20,000 a month. They have a stock portfolio that they're currently making. It depends if the stocks go up and down, but this is a big part of their retirement savings. It's worth about $600,000, but how much they make each year, it depends on the stock market.
Right.
But they use this as part of their retirement, and then they have the pension of $25,000 a year.
Wow. So she's certainly well off. And for the case of U.S. citizens, we usually, and for wealthy pensioner, it's quite straightforward. We usually request to see the 1040 form, where all of your incomes will be filled in, and we can see clearly how much is your income, gross income, deductions, and everything. And in the case of wealthy pensioner, basically almost all items of the income except the item number one, wages and salary, can be counted towards the income to qualify for this category.
And for other countries, are you looking for the equivalent? That's like a tax form that comes from the government?
Yes, tax refund form is the most straightforward. It's the easiest document that we look for. So if you have one, please provide that. Otherwise, you will be asked to provide many more evidence to prove that you have that income and the source of income, because we want to make sure that you already retired. So wages, salary, tips cannot be counted towards income to qualify for this.
So let's dig into the subject of retirement savings. I think a lot of people out there might not have $80,000 per year or $40,000, but they have a big stock portfolio in an IRA in America. I'm from Canada, it's called an RRSP. I'm sure most countries have a retirement savings program that's kind of rubber stamped by the government. But a lot of people would want to retire in Thailand, and they haven't started to take that money out yet.
So if you don't have that regular flow of cash coming in every year, but instead you have this, big amount of money.
Portfolio.
Yes, it's your pension fund basically. So what you need to do is that you need to show us that the total amount of the fund is cover 10 years period.
Enough to live for 10 years. So say rough math, 10 years times 80,000. If you have 800,000 or $1 million in stocks,
exactly,
and you can prove that you have this much money,
yes,
even if it's in your home country, then you might still qualify.
Exactly. But let me stress that it needs to be the pension or annuity fund.
So that's fantastic. That was a big question I had when I came in here. Now this 80,000 and 40,000, if you're going to say you can't have the 80,000, Jane has a 25,000 pension. She also has a $20,000 in her New York rental apartment income. So say she's 45,000. Are they allowed to buy a house or a condo here in Thailand?
Yes, certainly. I mean, Kun Chris, you know better than me, like how to go about doing this.
Yeah.
Foreigners are allowed to own condos or even, buy a house on top of land here in Thailand.
Condos are a fair
Right.
game. Houses, you're allowed to own the house, not the land. Say someone had a $45,000 a year pension, and then they bought a condo for 250,000 US dollars. Or a house,
Right.
a villa of something for 250, would then now they qualify?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yes, it's that simple.
Oh, man.
Sorry for the simplicity.
Things are getting better here. But then they haven't bought the house yet, and they're still applying for. How does
That's the
that
thing.
timing work? That's
Oh,
a bit
yes.
of a.
I understand your question now. So if you want your LTR visa right away, you don't want to wait until you
Complete
bought
a
that condo
property
and
purchase.
transfer it into your name. So maybe you could consider buying a Thai government bond, and then just
And that can be done instantly.
Yeah.
And then how long do you have to be holding those for before you can apply?
actually throughout the visa period. But since you already want to buy condo or villas or whatever property here in Thailand, so after you
Get
made
the
the
visa.
purchase, yes, you can
Sell the bonds,
those,
buy the
yes.
condo. Oh, how cool is that? So,
it's so flexible,
so
right?
if you didn't want to do the slow route, you could say, okay, I've got a $45,000 a year pension or rental income or whatever. I want this visa. I buy 250 in Thai bonds.
Right.
I submit that. I get approved. I move here. I shop, find my dream house, find my dream condo, sell the bonds to pay for the condo. All good.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It's that
This
easy.
is pretty wild.
And in addition, I would like to share this little piece of information for everyone who's curious about the right to own land here in Thailand for LTR visa holders as well. Right now, that is still not added as a benefit for LTR, but I think there's a very good possibility that that also will be added as one of the LTR benefits in the near future. So with some conditions, of course, so we see how things are going to turn out.
Well, that is some major breaking news potentially. Stay tuned. I'll definitely update them if that becomes the case, because that would be an absolute game changer. Like conditions maybe up to a rai of land or something like this.
Right,
We
sure.
don't know.
A small piece of land.
Yeah, well,
certainly, not an acre or more than that.
Yeah, would
Yes.
that ever just enough to own a personal residence?
Right.
So back to our friend Jane here. Her husband
Right.
also can get a visa if she gets approved?
Yes, just like in the same manner as Stan's family, right? So yeah, they can also
All LTR visas have
get
spousal
the
and family
LTR
support.
visa. Yes, for dependents.
Will Jane get taxed on any of her income?
My answer going to be the same as for Stan as well. So all of her foreign source income, which I believe she will only have the foreign source income, will not be taxed at all.
Now Jane has also she's always dreamed of starting a little coffee shop.
Oh.
Is she going to be allowed to do that here in Thailand under this wealthy pensioner?
Yes, she can certainly start a business or work as a volunteer or work for Thai employer here in Thailand. But of course, she will need a digital work permit to do that here legally. But in order to doing business as a foreigner, it certainly has some restriction. Basically, it will fall under a different law. It's called Foreign Business Act, where
You need a Thai company with Thai
Right,
employees
right.
and
Yes.
ownership structures. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a whole video in and of
Yeah.
itself, but I'm glad you pointed that out. Maybe I'll do that one sometime.
Okay.
How to start a business in Thailand? Because that's a whole video. Moving off of Stan and Jane, let's say they've applied, they get approved, they're now living here. They're living their dreams, and what's the renewal process?
The LTR is a 10-year visa where you will pay 50,000 baht for this 10-year visa. But actually, in practice, you'll be given 5 years of permission to stay at a time. So you'll be required to submit documents to have your criteria and qualification evaluated at the intervals.
After 5 years?
Halfway
Okay.
point. And if all criteria still met, you'll be able to extend the permission to stay without having to pay any extra fee.
And then the 90-day reporting is flipped to 1 year reporting?
Of course.
Once a year. And you can multiple entry, you come and go as you please.
Right.
Wow. Okay, great. And this has been amazing. Is there anything else that you think people should know about this program?
I think I have explained everything, but if there's one thing that I want to tell people is that the time is now. What are you waiting for? I mean, this is such a great opportunity for people that want to relocate themselves here long term in Thailand. I mean, think about this amazing country with great connectivity, great weather. You have this excellent food culture, the hospitality that Thai people has to offer. So yes, there are countless reasons to make Thailand your home.
We have a new co-host on Retired working for you. This is what I always say. I'm always trying to convince people and inspire people because it was the best decision that I ever made. So I really appreciate you taking so much time and with me today to answer these questions.
Oh, it's my great pleasure, Chris. I would love to be on your channels anytime.